Hey gang, Alan Combies here, creator of this video series that I call Morning Coffee with Alan. And in today's video, I want to actually address a question that someone commented in one of my videos. And so I wanted to attempt to address it and see if I can answer it the best of my abilities. These things are always interesting because there's no two-way interaction here, but they brought up some interesting concepts that I think would be really good to address and hopefully helpful for you or anyone listening. So I'm going to read the comment here. So they say, I've been tapping for over a year and I cannot change the trance no matter how much I tap because this trance is my programming since birth. This is all my subconscious knows and is filled with hundreds of memories that support the problem, which is not being able to socialize with people and feeling the negative emotions because of that. How do I change all this when I cannot stay with one memory and change it because the subconscious is giving me so many to deal with at the same time? So great, thank you for this comment and question. And there's a lot here, and there's a lot I think that could be helpful to a lot of people. So first of all, they're talking about tapping, which if you have been watching my series for a while, then you know that I tap fast EFT style, which is basically aiming at how you know you have the problem and using the meridians to relax the body, which then calms the mind and changes how you represent something in your mind, because what we are always experiencing is a product of what we're holding inside. It may seem like what's happening out there is causing it, and in fact it is triggering, but what it is triggering is a memory. It's triggering a reaction. It's triggering an idea, a belief, a self-concept, and that is what is making us feel. So again, it's what we're doing. It's not the outside trigger. It's how we are perceiving that trigger and the subsequent feeling that's being generated. And so when we notice those feelings, when we notice those thoughts, we can aim at them, which is notice how you know, tap, release, let it go, relax the body, change how you represent it in your mind. And so this person is talking about being not being able to socialize with people and feeling the negative emotions because of that. So, and then what they're saying is, so this is an important concept, and I want to really kind of try to nail this down. There's an inference here in the comment. This person is saying, I can't socialize, and I feel bad. I'm feeling bad because of that. I feel negative emotions because of that. And I blame the hundreds of memories that support the problem. Right? And they're saying my subconscious is filled with it, and it's those memories, it's my subconscious, the hundreds of memories that support the problem, which is not being able to socialize with people. So one of the keys here I want to point out is that what you are feeling is judgment towards yourself. What you're feeling is your idea that you can't socialize. You have a belief, you have an idea that you can't socialize. Now, when we talk about hundreds of memories that support the problem, yeah, it's probably true. You probably have a lot of experiences. You probably had a lot of experiences where you, where you tripped up, or you said the wrong thing, or you felt a little awkward, or you just fell flat on your face, or someone laughed at you, or someone called you names, or someone dumped you, divorce. I mean, all of these things. Welcome to the human race. Every one of us has experiences like that. And the reason I guess the point I want to look to here is that we all, again, we all have these experiences. We all have memories from our past. But rather than looking to the memories and pointing to this mystical place called the past and saying it's all that thing's fault, it's this place called the past, which, by the way, doesn't exist. The past doesn't exist. What exists is your memories. What exists is your judgment of the past. And so if we continue to judge and condemn our memories, which we are thinking about, then we're going to continue to feel negative, right? And of course, if we're walking around and entertaining those feelings, it's going to determine how we show up in the world. It's going to determine how we interact with people. So, I would agree with you. Like, trying to address hundreds and hundreds of memories, that's daunting. Like, how do you do that? So, what I would suggest is, rather than looking again to this mystical place, this place that does not actually exist, and putting all of the blame on that, look to what you're doing in the moment. Look to what you are telling yourself in the moment. We all have this mechanism. We have this trance monkey, right? The subconscious mind, the ego, whatever you want to call it, the monkey mind. It's really its only job is to keep us safe. And what happens is we either blindly follow what that trance monkey is telling us or not. And this mechanism, this trance monkey, it does a good job. If you're standing on the edge of a cliff, it will send you a signal saying, get the F away from the edge of that cliff, right? And that's a good thing. Its job is to keep us safe. However, it doesn't have much discernment. It can equally give you as much of an emotional reaction when you walk into a room filled with people, or you walk onto a stage, about to give a talk or something, or you're alone with someone who you're attracted to. If that trance monkey thinks that you are in danger somehow of being emotionally or physically hurt, it's going to let you know by signaling the body. But it's just a mechanism. It's not your friend. It's not your enemy either. It just is. It's just keeping you safe. Now, yes, it is using your past memories. It is using your experiences as proof, as you said. And so it is very important to take a look at, what are your memories. So what I would suggest you do is, you say you have hundreds of memories. So my thought is there's probably a few that stick out. So what you can do is just write those down. Write down 10, 20 memories, whatever they might be, and just start addressing them one at a time. Notice what part of it bothers you and begin to release and let it go. Now, it's important to look at, how are you creating these memories? Are you creating pictures in your mind? Are you telling yourself a story? Are there words? Are there smells? Are there tastes? All the sensations, whatever it is, and begin to make peace with those. Simultaneously, in the moment, question what you are experiencing, because socializing with people, my guess is there's been people in your life where you had an interaction and it went fine, and maybe you think about that interaction and you're like, yeah, that was fine. And then you've had interactions where you think about it and you think, oh my God, that was shit. I'm such an idiot. And then there was times when you had an interaction and you didn't think much of it until later, maybe before you went to bed at night, and you played it over in your head, and what was a perfectly fine interaction begins to turn into a pile of shit because you decide that you did something wrong. Maybe you didn't smile the right way, or maybe you said the wrong thing, or maybe they looked at you weird. And so we create these negative adverse experiences. In Faster T, we call how to f up a good memory, how to fuck up a good memory, right? We do this with our mind, with our analytical mind, with our trance monkey. We go back and we take experiences which are completely neutral, right? Our circumstances are neutral, but for how we think about them, we put the judgment, we project, the negative or positivity to it. And so when it comes to social situations, before going into one, recognize that whatever you're feeling in that moment, yeah, it's probably based on past memories. If something comes up, address it in that moment. Notice how you're doing it, address it in that moment, but then realize that you don't have to listen to that story you're telling yourself. Whatever the trance monkey is telling you in that moment that is causing that emotional reaction, begin to question it. Get out of your head and into the moment. Because if you are in a social situation and all you're doing is entertaining the trance monkey, you're not there. You're not there. You're not there to connect with somebody. You're not there to be present with somebody. You're not there to. You can't give anything in that context if all you're doing is listening to your trance monkey. So you want to begin questioning what that trance monkey is telling you. Question what's going on up there. Get back into the present moment. Because socializing is a two-way street. It's not about you getting anything. It's about connecting. It's about being present and in the moment. It's about love and understanding. It's about listening. Do you want to listen to the person in front of you, or do you want to listen to the trance monkey? It's your choice. That's your free will. And we all have it. We all have it. I hope that helps. This is Alan Comby's Creative Morning Coffee with Alan. I hope you find this helpful, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks.